Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stony Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to the farm. Today is going to be a productive day. We're going to be using the John Deere 5065 today to overseed some areas and to plant some sun hemp. We've got a seed drill down here. We've got the landscape rake. I got a little bit of work to do with the landscape rake first. Then we're going to go back over it with the seed drill. We're going to drill down some seed. We've got storms coming this evening. We've got storms coming tomorrow. So we want to get a good start on our grass seed. This is not the time of year to plant grass seed, but it is the time of year to plant sun hemp. So come along today as we have a little bit of fun. This is a true farm vlog. This is what we're doing today here on the farm. All right? Woo! So let's talk about what we've already done here on the farm. We've already taken grass seed and loaded up the seed drill with it. We have probably about an acre area to drill down seed, and we have 2 bags of seed in there, so that should totally cover that. This is not the time of year to plant grass seed or cold weather crops. It's just not the time of year. We're in July here. We've gotten the fence project kind of halfway knocked out. You can see over here. We're getting there. We're getting there. I still probably have about 10 hours of work myself to do on the fence, attaching posts to wires and stuff like that. If you follow the farm vlog, you'll know all about that. So what we've already done is taken the Kubota and we've stashed sun hemp seed all around the farm in the areas that we're going to be seeding, and we're hitting spots that need nutrient. In other words, places that are just bare dirt. We're trying to put down a plant, a legume that will fix nitrogen and that will build soil. That's what the whole goal is here. It's not pasture, it's soil, although this can be used for forage. So it's some interesting stuff. Got a little bit of work to do to Rakey Bobby, the landscape rake. This is a Titan Attachments landscape rake. I think it's a 6-foot landscape rake. There's a coupon code and a link in the video description if you need a landscape rake. We got a deal for you. So let me show you what's up. So I've used the landscape rake probably 6 or 7 total hours, and evidently I didn't tighten this guy up quite as tight as it needed to be. So it's a little bit on the loose side, so we'll tighten that thing up first. Always something, always a bit of maintenance, always a little touch of something going on here mechanically. You always are having to fix stuff. It's just part of having a farm. You got to keep your eyes and your ears peeled for little things that could really cause you heartache later on. Like that. FYI, this is the toolbox that comes with the 5065, and this is the toolbox that we made. Basically, it's just a 40mm ammo can, and we painted it John Deere green and mounted it right where the previous toolbox was. This thing houses basically all the goodies that I'll need, which a spud wrench is super duper handy for having on the tractor. We'll show you why. So not only can I tighten this guy down with the spud wrench, but I can also use the spud end. If I can't get things lined up just right, I can manipulate through the hole in the implement and use the spud wrench this end to line things up and this end to keep things tight. I keep a spud wrench, I keep a Klein 11-in-1, and I keep a pair of channel locks on my tractor at all times. Contact! So we're about a quarter mile away from the house now, away from the tractor shed, and this is what we're getting up. Ugh, it's really dusty up here. So we've had rain over and over again. This area stays moderately shaded and moderately wet. So the idea here is to take the rake on the back of the tractor and we're gonna clean up this total disaster of a mess. And this is about an acre that we cleared for a potential home site for someone. We're diversifying our farm income here. We also now have an access point in to cut the timber on this 20 acres that we really don't use. We don't utilize it on the farm. So every square inch of the farm has to have a purpose. And the purpose of this is to have access back in here in order to cut the timber and or to sell it and make a profit and pay the rest of the place off. We want to get out of debt as fast as we can. So if we've got 20 acres over here that's sitting idle, not doing anything, not growing timber, not growing crops, not raising any kind of animals, we've got to think of a way to diversify the income on that property too. So maybe we'll cut the timber if we don't sell within about a year, but for now we got to fix this up. So we'll take the landscape rake and we'll go all around this, and you will see a transformation, an awesome transformation of this piece of land. So the basic gist of this is smoothing this out and getting all the debris out of it. So I'll basically work my way back to a corner. As I get back in that corner, I'll raise up and I'll dump all the mess that the landscape rake is picking up. And you can see it's picking up quite a mess. I'll go over this 3 times. I'll go over it 1 time to smooth out the big bumps, the next time to try and rake up some rocks, and then I'll angle the landscape rake inward, push it all to the middle, and pull it down into the woods. Pretty cool. Good little science project. Very, very impressed with the job that Reiki Bobby right there did. This looks super duper awesome. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna get the grain drill. We're gonna drill down some seed here. I'll explain to you how the grain drill works and everything, but this is how you plant a lot. This is how you get a lot prepared. That landscape rake just works miracles. So again, what we did was we kind of raked over it rough, and then we went back, rotated the landscape rake and pulled everything to the center. We probably went around this thing 150 times, and then we pushed everything off down the hill. Pretty cool. If we had a dump truck, if we weren't pushing it off down the hill, we'd take it and load it up in a dump truck and haul it off. I have a different shade of red right now. This is some red clay, red dirt, North Carolina stuff. So you guys know, I've actually got a couple other places that are right out in front of the house. You'll see them in future vlogs, but they're right in front of the house that need to be raked out too. So we're gonna go and we're gonna rake all that stuff out, but we'll show you how the grain drill works on this area right here so you understand what we're doing. And we'll show you the places where we're planting the sun hemp so you'll understand. We'll probably drill sun hemp around the outer perimeter of this so it grows up. It gets about this high, maybe even this high, and it flowers a beautiful yellow flower. I've about lost my voice. I've been inhaling dirt for so long. So we've been at this about 5 hours. This is a grain drill, and basically the way it works is these rollers slits in the ground. The wheels roll along as this thing drags the ground and puts a seed about that high in the ground. And this is the hopper that we have our grass seed in, and we'll have grass seed in the hopper adjusted to whatever setting we need, which is right here, to put down about 28 to 32 pounds to the acre of fescue grass seed. And this is a fescue ryegrass mix. It is not a warm season grass to plant, but we've got to get something on this land to keep it from washing. So we're trying it. There's several lines and pins that have to be hooked up here. I'll show you what we're doing. Biggest thing is our hydraulics have to be hooked up. There's a lever right here from our hydraulics that will raise and lower the machine. So first we got to raise the machine up. We got to pull 2 little blocks out on each side of the hydraulic cylinder. Now this thing can go up and down. We also have to engage this wheel. That engages the wheel. That disengages the wheel. So we have to engage this wheel in order for everything to crank. That wheel is the driving force that makes this machine work. There's a chain down here on a sprocket. As that wheel turns, the whole piece of machinery, all the insides of the machinery turn, and it drops the seed in. So once we get to where we're going to start drilling, that's what we'll do. We'll unhook that. We've got storm clouds on the horizon, which will be good. We can get this grass seed in, get this sun hemp in, and it'll get watered. Rad. Storm clouds on the way. Whew. Busy day, man. a dust cloud. The neighbors are gonna be mad. They're gonna have dusty cars. I have dust in my teeth, all over my face, just all over everywhere. Price you gotta pay. This is gonna be beautiful. It's hard to believe what we started with this morning actually looks this nice. It looks absolutely awesome. What you see, those dark spots, is actually moisture that's in the ground. This area stays shaded pretty much 65% of the day, so I think the seed will take. I think it'll do fine. We've got storms coming over the next few days, so life should be good. I gotta take that, I gotta fill it up with my sun hemp, and I gotta get to drilling, but the storms are brewing, so I got no more time to talk to the camera. I gotta get busy, guys. We'll see you next time on the Stony Ridge Farm, guys. Don't forget to pound that like button, subscribe to the channel on your way out the door, and check out some more fun farm stuff. Take care, see you next time. Woo! Stuck around for the sun hemp, this is the grass seed we're putting down, and this is what the sun hemp looks like. So that's sun hemp seed, that's grass seed. We're gonna mix this in a little bit for the last little portion here. So mixing this last little bit of grass seed with a little bit of sun hemp won't hurt a thing in the world. The sun hemp we picked up from Hancock Seed down in Florida. They actually had free shipping. It's about 75 bucks a bag. The reason we do sun hemp, or the reason that we're doing sun hemp, is because sun hemp provides a lot of biologic material. In other words, it provides something in the neighborhood of 3,000 pounds to the acre, 3,000 to 4,000 pounds to the acre. Don't quote me on that. Biologic material, in other words, biomass for our soil. So we're trying to build soils here on the farm, and this requires very little nutrient. It actually fixes nitrogen to the soil, which will help our grass take off. It will shade our grasses when we plant grass seed underneath it, and it will build the soil. That's the whole goal here. We'll mow this down when it gets about that high, something like that. We'll let the bees enjoy the flowers and get some honey. The benefit of this is it fixes nitrogen, but it doesn't fix nitrogen until it flowers. Once it flowers, that's when we mow it. Cool?